So class, in today's video, I want to go over exactly what made Ottery My Dear Moments fall short in my eyes. Now, before we get into the video, I kind of gotta reiterate for the people that are probably watching this video that probably played the visual novel. I haven't played the visual novel, so I am strictly just anime only. So all of my thoughts and opinions that I'm saying is just strictly from me just watching the anime, not the visual novel. I'm not completely cutting out the visual novel. No. Because I have several questions, okay, for the visual novel people that I will be going over throughout the video. So don't worry, you guys will be able to leave your comments when we get there. But if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. Now, I don't want this entire video to be just me shitting on the anime. No. I'm going to give its props where it's due, and that is in the visual department, because this anime looks so good. I put this in my water video because I also brought it up. The water in this anime just looks phenomenal. It looks so good, and that's all the praise that I'm giving, okay? That's it. I thought I really had more, but no, that's pretty much it. Everything else about this anime just pisses me off to the absolute degree. From the direction down to the goddamn characters itself. But let's take one thing one at a time, okay? I kind of want to give you guys some context of the shit that I'm going to be talking about. So for starting off the anime, when we first see Ottery, I was going into this anime thinking that she was going to be some sidekick type of character, a character that just is comedic relief or something, right? I didn't really necessarily think that she would be playing a big factor up until when we actually learn about that she's an android and there's kind of a little bit of mystery to her. So after learning that, I'm thinking that the anime is gonna go down the route of trying to figure out the mystery, and maybe we might have some traumatic backstory of why she got recalled and why was she inside the capsule underneath the water. And I will say the anime did do that. Maybe we can add on that to the list of praises that I can give, because the anime did give us the backstory of Ottery and stuff like that. But tell me, why the hell is there a subplot romance with the main character Natsuki and Ottery? Now, I'm not saying that there can't be no romance in this anime. No. But what I'm saying is this right here, this romance, I feel like it's some bullshit. Because in the school generator arc, I do not know if that's what it's called, but that's what I've been calling it. Him and Ottery had a dynamic duo thing happening, okay? Because our main character, Natsuki, lost his leg due to some accident, and Ottery pretty much said that, oh, she can be his new leg. Cool. So when it comes to reaching for stuff or go grabbing stuff for this man, they had a dynamic going, okay? I can back that. Then when it gets to the Ottery reveal arc, here's where everything starts to go downhill, because apparently this man had a crush on somebody a long time ago when he was a kid. This randomly gets mentioned, by the way. There's no anything that goes off of it. It just happens in one episode, and then in the same exact episode he makes the realization that, damn, maybe it might be Ottery. And so now this man is all conflicted, being damn, it can't be Ottery, but maybe it might be Ottery. Despite all the evidence leaning that it is her, he still ends up doubling down and going towards Ottery. And this is where it kind of loses me, because they had the best friend, the childhood friend, right there, and she gets absolutely done dirty in this shit. In the beginning, the childhood friend was looking like she wanted to be with this man. It was hinting towards her liking this man, but couldn't relatively get to him, okay? So I'm thinking that throughout the whole entire anime, she's gonna build up the courage to confess to this man and get with him. That's what I thought that it was gonna lean towards, not this man going towards a clinker.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
And yes, I could go over the elephant in the room that Ottery damn near looks like a goddamn child.
Last image. Now that's attractive. That's attractive. That's a child, sir. She's 12.
But actually, the anime does it for me. And despite them calling him out on this bullshit,
え? あ たり前でしょ。夏希くん何歳だと思ってんのよ。17よ、17。それがアートリちゃんに恋って完全にルール。
He still ends up doing it! I genuinely felt like the animators or whoever did this anime simply did not like the childhood friend. I do not understand why most animation studios or people who be doing the anime adaptations do not like the childhood friend. But out of all the romance animes to where all the childhood friends get done dirty, this is the anime that shouldn't have happened. She should have got the W in the end. But despite all of that, she ends up like friend zoning herself. She's talking about some, nah, like, we just friends, blah 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 blah, despite her actual genuine feelings, because at the end of the goddamn anime, 70 years later, I think they have a fucking kid. But at the same time too, none of that shit got established inside the goddamn anime. So like, where the hell did this shit come from? I thought she didn't really like the guy, because Ottery's final wishes was, hey, since I'm gonna disappear, I want you to take care of him. And she said no.
私がいなくなった後、夏希さんは甘えん坊ですので、一人にしておくのは心配なのです。お願いできますか？それはできないな。
So what the fuck? So like the whole romance subplot with Ottery, in my opinion, should have gone towards the childhood friend. And despite what people probably might think, okay, because like I said, I don't play the visual novel. I don't know anything about the visual novel. Hell, the childhood friend could be winning in the visual novel. I really wouldn't know. But what I do know is I felt like Ottery should have stayed in the whole dynamic duo like area, because everything that happens throughout the anime could have still been impactful. Like, I relatively did not feel shit when this whole like romance subplot with Ottery and Natsuki like came about. I didn't feel shit because I feel like it relatively wasn't earned. Like, when it came down to the whole reveal that Ottery been lying throughout the entire show about like her emotions, how she feels and shit like that, like when that whole like reveal happened, I didn't feel shit, because that was still towards him being like, damn, I thought she liked me for real. Not like the whole instance of like, oh, this was my friend and she's been lying this entire time. And that's the thing too, because no other character got involved with this. This was just Natsuki and Ottery. I feel like with this whole entire reveal of her lying about her emotions, her lying about like, you know, this entire shit and just picking the perfect dialogue options, I feel like everybody should have got involved with that shit. But none of the characters actually matter. They're just here to just fart in existence and then fart out when the plot doesn't need them. And even when the plot does need them, they don't do shit. Like, when that whole reveal arc came about, nobody gave a fuck that she was lying the whole time. But the MC, he's the only person that truly, like, you know, cared and like about this whole entire bullshit. And he's supposed to be the smartest character, mind you. He's supposed to be smart. This man goes to the academy. You know what? Hold on, because I'm about to cry, y'all. I don't understand why this shit low-key impacted him the way that it. Okay, granted, I understand why it did, but at the same time too, we already know that she's capable of lying. We learned this in episode 3. He even calls her out on this shit.
パワーの制御が難しく。
アトリ、ヒューマノイドは嘘もつけるのか？
もちろん。高性能ですから。
So the fact of the matter that we know that she can lie, you just think that like she just was gonna stop lying all of a sudden? Hell, every single time she would have said something, in the back of my mind, I would have still been thinking like, there's like a possibility that she could be lying, but let's see. No, after this entire moment, he just turns his brains off and just forgets that she's capable of lying? Bro, come on! Like, this is straight up bullshit. This man at this current moment was acting like this shit is like brand new news. Like, this shit's brand new. No, we learned this shit in episode 3. And even then, it's not like he made like a recall to be like, wait, she is capable of lying because of that one time. There was no recall to episode 3. He just crashes out and then go off into the rain, and then boom, the characters just pull him up and then bring him into the house, and then they fart out of existence again. Like, I never witnessed such a fast ass character assassination in my life. Like, I felt like the whole cast of characters that we see, it's just useless. Like, I shit you not, take them out the anime and I feel like nothing changed. Except for the main character, Ottery, and the freaking childhood friend. Bro, I keep calling her that. What the fuck is her name? F it. I'ma just call her Momo, okay? Keep them into the anime, and I feel like it would still be somewhat better, but the rest of everybody, holy shit. What are you guys here for? And to be honest, I want to touch back on Momo for a little bit, okay? Because her friend zoning herself was getting me kind of mad. But the thing that pissed me off to no end was when they added a random, and I mean a completely random ass character that wasn't even established in this anime, and then they kept her here for the whole duration of the anime. Like, who are you? You just appear in the classroom and you just think that you can just be a part of the main cast? And the reason why she pisses me off out of everything is because they gave dialogue that they could have gave to they could have gave to Momo, and they gave it to this random. I did not play the visual novel. I gotta keep saying this shit for these people, okay? I did not play the visual novel, so I do not know if actually she's a goddamn character or not, or is she actually a random character, and the dialogue that they gave her actually goes towards Momo. And you guys may be wondering, Nexus, what type of fucking dialogue are you talking about that they should have gave to Momo? Well, let me show you. It was in the one episode, I forget which number it was. I'm gonna assume that it was probably either like 7 or some shit. I don't really know. Maybe it was 6. But they wanted to like pry and like get Natsuki to like explain or tell them exactly like who his crush was. Like, the dialogue that they gave to her should have gone to the childhood friend. Am I not making sense here? Or maybe I'm wrong. Like let me know if I'm wrong. But this whole entire sequence shouldn't have involved this random character that just came into this episode. It should have gone towards the freaking Momo. It should have gone towards Momo. Like, in my opinion, I feel like the whole romance subplot should have gone towards Momo and Natsuki. And the whole like drama mystery aspect should have just stayed with Ottery. Ottery shouldn't have no business like in this whole entire romance dynamic. Like, yeah, sure, way back when she saved your life when you were gonna jump off the cliff and stuff like that, I get that, I understand that. But as time goes on, and when you actually understood that Ottery, this little girl, is the one that saved your life and you had a crush on it the entire time, it should have just swapped up like a fucking switch and be like, you know what, I'm more so thankful that she did save my life, and now, like, you know, I'm indebted into her and shit like that. Like, you know, we're cool, we're friends, I appreciate you saving my life. Like, I genuinely feel like that when he was doing like this whole conflicting shit, when he was like, dang, like, I like Ottery, but she's an android, I can't, like, you know, be with this, she doesn't have a heart, or she does have a heart, I gotta treat her like a like, when this whole bullshit was going on, I feel like that's would have been the perfect time for the childhood friend to, like, you know, come in and, like, you know, start applying the pressure, you know, the pressure that she should have been applying since day one, to, like, have this man actually start falling for her more than the freaking the fucking android. So then we at least get some type of substance that she actually, like, you know, likes this man, and we can have that romance subplot. So then, like, when the ending happens and 70 years like time step goes on, and when we actually like see their kid, and, like, you know, there's like this big time shit, and they're like this reporter and stuff like that, or whatever the hell she was, I don't know what the hell she was, okay, I'm being so for real with you. But when we actually see the kid and shit, we're like, oh yeah, they actually did it, they actually got together. No, because throughout the entire anime, we didn't see shit. Like I said, she, throughout the whole anime, did not relatively care for this man like that. She was friend zoning herself I feel like she should have had way more screen time than what she did. I feel like in some of the instances she should have been there, especially in the end, to where like they had to seal away Ottery. I feel like she should have been there to comfort the man. He was there by himself. There was no other character there. Like, she should have been there to comfort him. Not. Oh my god, dude, I can't no more, man. I don't even know. I don't know about this anime. Like, they don't care about their fucking characters, so like, low-key, why should I? Why should I? Like, I want somebody who played through the visual novel to like tell me, is this exactly how this shit went down in the visual novel? Like, is this like bar for bar, beat for beat, exactly what happens? Or am I not tripping? Am I not going crazy? And like, some of the shit like that I explained, or some of the things that I went over just didn't happen, and they happened a different way. Cause somebody please explain to me that. Hell, fuck it. If this video gets like 30 likes, I will buy the visual novel and I will play it my damn self. And I probably might make a second video. Like, I feel like the anime as a whole has like a lot of checkpoints, but only manages to hit like 1 out of the 5 checkpoints that it wanted to like hit. Like, I care for Ottery's backstory, and yeah, the backstory and everything hits, okay? When we see her cry for the first time, when she actually like, you know, let loose her emotions, it hit. But the only thing that just kept me from actually being so invested was this bullshit romance. Like, I'm probably pissing off a lot of people that probably enjoys this romance that played the visual novel. Like I said, they probably did it a whole lot better in the visual novel than in the anime, because I feel like the anime just makes it just happen out of nowhere. Like I said, it happens in 1 episode. He brings up this crush that he met a long time ago, figures out that it's Ottery, and then the romance subplot just happens from there. There was like no build up, no hinting, no like a little like nudge to hint at that he likes somebody else or nothing. It just happens in 1 episode and then it just continues on from there. Everything that happens throughout this anime just happens so damn fast, and I feel like that's what's keeping this anime from being an actual pretty good and watchable anime. And I'm gonna say this one last time for the people in the back. I did not play the visual novel. Everything that I was complaining about in this video could have been solved in the visual novel, and everything flowed and everything went a whole lot better in the visual novel than in the anime, okay? But that's for you guys to let me know, okay? If I'm wrong, then let me know that I'm wrong. But if I'm right about the shit that I was talking about, also let me know. Or just leave your own opinions about this anime or the visual novel in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video and if you agree with me, then subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. I pretty much got everything that I wanted to get off my chest about this anime in this video, alright? So I'm chilling for right now. So with that being said, remember class, we do have a community Discord that we're trying to make more active. If you guys want to join, links always in the description. And with that, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags. Class dismissed.